time for some Ice Age. We're just gonna do a standard run. The extra 10 health is nice to help buffer the environmental damage, so you can have that little bit of extra time to get set up. So there's a few immediate concerns at the start of an Ice Age run. One is that, yes, the cold is going to kill me. Two is you need to have a plan to fight B-wares. And then three is how are you going to continue to get food, because food's going to run out very quickly. I like taking antlers because you can one-shot bees a lot of the time. If I get a large swarm of bees, antlers is going to be very good for defending myself. That's also good for keeping up in levels, because you can headbutt trees. Self-damage is scary, yes, but I'd rather take a little bit of self-damage and kill a beware than get bitten by a beware. It's going to take a lot more damage that way. So, I'm low on health. I like taking health because this 12 health is going to get added to my effective health right away. I'm going to go up to 34 here. I just healed for 12 in a pinch. So, I've grabbed damage. I can defend myself. I have food. This is nice. Obviously, you could go without it, but this can spawn healing food for you and level you up over time. More levels means I could grab more HP or regen. Subcontagious fat giving cold resist is probably the best upgrade you can get because it gives you health and cold res. And negating the threat of the environmental damage is probably the most important thing. You can do it, you can brute force it with enough regen. But if you get some regen and some health, then you can keep up your health by continuing to kill things and get healing food. Of course, I'm just going to take 13 more health right away. I just healed up. I'm going to take the level up here. I still don't have regen or anything like that. I'm going to be greedy and upgrade my food, just my free food source. There was a 1-2 click right there. So like a left click, right click. To kill him before he can bite me. See, I took damage there, but I took nowhere near as much as if I let them bite me. It's a lesser of two evils thing. And there's our first regenerative tissue. I'm gonna grab that. Now, at nighttime is scary here on Ice World because the frequency at which the cold damages you, I'm pretty sure, speeds up at night. Give me this food, thank you. And then I'm gonna go for this point of interest straight away. If I'm lucky, it'll be a healing fountain. I like plating here because it helps buffer that self-damage that I'm taking, or it helps me take a fight with a beware. I'm gonna not suffer as much for it. Now this plating will heal up to full every time I level up, so it's just another regenerative source of health in a way. Although it doesn't protect you against environment damage. Environment damage is going to go through the armor. That's why regen and cold res is so important. Oh, don't. Oh, eat some of my healing food. That's unfortunate. Ooh, an elite enemy. That's fortunate. They're gonna drop genetics a lot of the time. And you want genetics to upgrade some of your good stuff. We're about to go into a boss fight. I have no HP. So I'm actually gonna reroll here for HP. This is very lucky. But sometimes knowing recognizing when to be greedy and reroll is a skill in and of itself on Ice World. So I have a lot of food nearby, so I'm ready to level up in a pinch to get my armor back. So I level up, I get my armor back. So yeah, it's not much, but it's an extra 5 HP. Now we're just Now, I wasn't paying attention to what the next boss was, so I don't know for sure if I'm fighting in the water. So I'm tempted to take wings here, but I should have paid attention to what was next. I'm gonna take Slithery though, because I mean it gives terrain penalty and speed. And Slide is probably the best on Ice World, because you go farther when you slide on Slide. And I'm fast enough now that I can comfortably fight Bewares. I'm gonna upgrade this Carapace, because I want as much plating as possible. Again, plating is a regenerable health source in a way, and it helps protect me against my own Antler's damage. Elite Rabbit. Nope. I'm gonna try and get him. Nope. Unfortunate. Extra regen. I'm gonna invest in upgrading this because of how important the regen is. At this point, we should have enough confidence to take fights. Although, you don't want to be too reckless with it. Things can still turn very badly very quickly if you make a couple mistakes. Although you do want to be taking fights in the mid-game to keep up your EXP and your upgrades. I'm gonna take this for feeding speed and regen, especially the regen, but feeding speed is also nice because you can heal up faster. I want that cat. That's a lot of XP. I wasn't gonna let him get away. You'll notice how the enemies are starting to run away from me. It's because I have a lot of imposing, because of how much HP and armor I've been taking. They don't want to aggress onto me, the low level enemies, because I am scary. Damage is nice, but I already do a lot of damage, so I'm actually going to take Exoskeleton. Now, I gained 9% damage res, but I take 10% increased damage. It's basically a net wash, but I get the increased food rarity. It means I'm more likely to drop blue and purple food, which is gonna help keep my levels coming. And on cue, there's a purple food right there. How lucky. And there's a blue food, and there's some purple food over there, so it's already coming together. Maybe just confirmation bias, but, you know, that quickly you notice the difference in food quality. See, I'm having a hard time keeping up with eating all the food on the ground. I'm taking too much damage here. Cats things can and will go bad very quickly if you're not careful. So, again, I'm gonna take the feeding speed, because earlier I was mentioning how one of my problems right now is that I'm not able to eat all of this food fast enough. Are staying slower the more I'm sitting still, the more, you know, cats and things. And that's what Cheek Pouch is so good for. That I can scoop up that valuable piece of food and carry it with me as I go, which helps keep up the pace at which I'm progressing. Let's go into the kangaroo fight. Looks like I rolled a kangaroo. This time I'm going to pay attention when the boss dies to see if I can spot what the next boss is going to be. Ooh, gold food. I'm going to keep that in mind, because that can level up and get my armor back in a pinch. Grab that, and get all my armor back. None of these really help right now, and I'm in the middle of a fight. I'm actually going to start re-rolling for something like regen or health and heal up. And we're gonna heal up and level. Oh, well, it didn't level up, but healed up. We get the armor back for leveling up. This is tempting, but I'm gonna be greedy and say I want to level this up, so I'm gonna re-roll it actually. And I get rewarded with a regen tissue. That's just plain lucky. And again, I didn't pay attention, but honestly I'm just gonna take wings in case this is a fight in water. And it is, so good choice. Cat, he's a little wary of attacking me, because I am 15 imposing. More regen. Now I'm pretty comfortable with my regen. The environment damage is not really a threat anymore. I've basically solved it with the regen that I have. At this point, as we're working our way to the final boss, I'm just looking to get more defenses or to supplement my damage to end this fight faster. While, of course, staying conscious of the fact that if you get too comfortable, things can and will go bad. All it takes is a cat or two, or a couple upgraded bewares. You can really just end you very quickly if you're not careful. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. I'm fine with it. I actually just seem to not have a lot of access to genetics. And I'm gonna take more damage. Now I'm gonna grab this ally. I'm gonna notice he's actually a purple spine apple. I'm gonna keep him because he does a lot of damage. If it was a less valuable ally, I would just kill him right away and take his experience, his food. It's situational. Look at those majestic horns, though. What a beautiful, beautiful Darwin. I like this. Active plating. So that's gonna add 0.6, somewhere around 9 damage to my attacks, which is a lot of damage, actually. Well, the apple does not want to fall out of the tree. I'm gonna keep hitting it though. I really don't need to. There's so much food in here, but oh, that's my friend. I don't know why I've got spooked by that. I'm a bit of a bird brain. I thought he was coming to eat me. Revenge is super good for the build that I have going on right now. This self-damage giving me tons of damage. I can get up to 50% more damage with the, or 30% with the level 1 revenge. And I don't have to take a big hit. I can bang my head on a tree a couple times before the boss fight, just to get revenge stats if I need to. I'm gonna take the mutagen points. I like to always have 10 in the back pocket, just to upgrade a good ability at level 1, whenever possible. Random stats is nice, that's fun. Sometimes you get something really good, but I would rather have that upgrade in the back pocket. Those orange cats are very dangerous. I'm gonna upgrade that revenge. This is gonna help me end this final boss fight very quickly, if possible. And I'm also gonna keep him because he's gonna bring me food, which is nice. Just gonna run off and grab food every now and then and bring it to me. Oh. So something fun about this water boss fight is that when you're in the water itself, you do not count as being in the Arctic environment, so you stop taking damage from the cold. You can see the the UI particles, when I get off of the snow, they start to disappear. I'm technically not in the snow. If I step back in the snow, they'll start to appear again. So, if this were second fight, I could hang out here in the water and regen for a while if I needed to before pushing on. Anyways, there's a nice Ice Age run, bit of commentary.